Look, I think I've been very consistent. For over a year, I have said that I believe that the Mueller team, since its inception, has already been in my emails, seen my text messages, monitored my phone calls. How? Through this illegal FISA warrant. Now, they won't want to admit that in court. So as in the case of Paul Manafort, they have to go get it from some third party. They can't say, we've got Roger Stone's emails between he and Alex Jones. They have to say they got it from someone else. That's the parallel construction that you speak of. The IG's report, I think, is the big enchilada. I think it comes within the next 10 days. There will be criminal indictments for people working on the Mueller team arising from this report. There will be criminal indictments from people working at the Justice Department. There will be criminal indictments of those in our intelligence agencies, which have become political, have been politicized. Now, one guy who I think is in bigger trouble than anyone else, the psychopath John Brennan. The noose is tightening on him. This old codger's going to prison for the rest of his life. They're busted. This is a two-part prong. There's the surveillance, and then there's the spying.
Is Trump going to move against these people? Ron Rosenstein is a completely rogue, out-of-control criminal. They've caught the entire operation's been caught from pillar to post, manufacturing everything, and now they're moving steadily ahead with Mueller, closing in, this is in the Associated Press, on Roger Stone and the president, and in the middle of it, now suddenly questions of all 8 people grabbed this week, questions about Alex Jones. We're going to break in 3 minutes, but where should we start in this historic narrative? Because again, I've been saying Russiagate's a diversion until they make their move. Now, they're making their move right now. Roger Stone.
Well, Alex, I think it's very, very clear. They need to silence Roger Stone. They need to silence Alex Jones. We are a beacon of truth, and from the beginning, we have exposed the corruption of Rod Rosenstein, the corruption of Jeff Sessions, the corruption of the Mueller probe. We've highlighted Mr. Mueller's role in the anthrax scandal, in the 9/11 scandal, in the Whitey Bulger scandal. We have called for the resignation, the firing of Mr. Rosenstein. We have outlined in great detail the involvement of Robert Mueller, James Comey, Rod Rosenstein, and Andrew McCabe in Uranium One, the largest multi-billion-dollar treasonous crime in American history. The MSNBC headline is misleading. I didn't say I was prepared to be indicted, but I did say that I understand the awesome power of a federal prosecutor to conjure up offenses when they can find no Russian collusion, no trafficking of documents with WikiLeaks, and no connection to the disclosure of John Podesta's pathetic emails. So the deep state grows restless. Jones, Stone, we've got to shut them up. We've got to get them to stop broadcasting the truth right there at Infowars.com. That is what this is all about.
Well, I want to walk through what has not been reported yet. And I love how when you report on what the FBI does to you, the media ignores it when it's here till they report it 5 days later. It's always the same formula. But even alternative media ignores it, which is fine. But it's just insane that they do this. But just like you exposed last Sunday, we knew it, of course, months before. You wrote about it in your book years ago about the Bush crime family that came out several years ago. But you told me months ago it was Cambridge professor, Anglophile Stefan Halper, a U.S. citizen. And now, the New York Times broke it on Friday, Roger.
It's amazing, Alex. The New York Times is now trying to spin this. The FBI infiltrated the Trump campaign because they were looking for evidence of Russian collusion. How stupid do they think the American people are? The FBI infiltrated the Trump campaign to plant claims of Russian collusion.